In this video, we will solve O-Level Mathematics Paper 2 Variant 2 for October-November 2016. So let's start with question number 1. The basic price of the 2016 model of a car is $21,000. Saeed and Rashid each buy this model of car. Part 1 is Saeed pays a deposit of $756. Calculate the deposit Saeed pays as a percentage of the basic price. So your percentage will be the deposit, which is 756, divided by, since you're calculating the percentage of the basic price, so your denominator will be the basic price, which is 21,000, and then multiplied by 100. So 756 divided by 21,000 and then multiplied by 100. So this is 3.6%. The next part is he then pays 24 monthly payments of $922.25. Calculate the total amount that Saeed pays as a percentage of the basic price. So first we need to find the total amount that he pays, then we will calculate the percentage. So the total amount Saeed pays is equals to the deposit that he initially put down plus the total of monthly payments. Total monthly payments. So this is the total amount Saeed pays for the car. So the deposit is 756 plus the total payments will be 922.25 multiplied by 24 because there are 24 monthly payments. So let's calculate this. So this will be 922.25 multiplied by 24 and then plus 756. So 22,890 is the total price that Saeed pays. Now we have to find the percentage that Saeed paid as the percentage of the basic price. So the percentage will be the amount he paid, 22,890, divided by the basic price 21,000 into 100. So this will be 22,890 divided by 21,000 and then multiplied by 100. So this is 109%. So 109%. Part B is Rashid pays a deposit of $381 followed by 36 equal monthly payments. The total amount that he pays is 127% of the basic price of 21,000. Calculate Rashid's monthly payment. So let's first calculate how much Rashid paid in total. So total amount paid by Rashid equals to 127% of 21,000. So which will be 127 over 100 into 21,000. So this will be 127 divided by 100 and then into 21,000. So this will be the total amount he paid, 26,670. Total, now we need to find the total monthly payments. So these will be equal to the total amount paid minus the deposit, which is 26,670 minus 381. So this minus 381 will be 26,289. So this is the amount that Rashid paid in monthly payments, and he paid 36 monthly payments. So one monthly payment will be, so one monthly payment will be equal to the total he paid in monthly payments, which is 26,289 divided by 36, because there are 36 payments. So this will give you the amount of uh, each monthly payment, which is $730, $730.25. So 730.25. Part C is $21,000 represented an increase of 5% on the basic price of the 2015 model. Calculate the difference between the basic price of 2015 and 2016 models. So the price in 2016 is 21,000. So uh, we need to first calculate the price in 2015, then we can calculate the difference between $21,000 and the price in 2015. So let's say let the basic price in 2015 equals to X. So price in 2016 is 5% more, 5% increase. So price in 2016 equals to 105% of the price in 2015, which is X. And we know that price in 2016 is what? 21,000, and 105 over 100 multiplied by X. And from this, we can calculate the value of X. X will be 21,000 multiplied by 100 and then divided by 105. So 20,000 was the price of the car in 2015. So difference is simply you subtract 21,000 minus 20,000, which is 1,000. So this will be 1,000. You can also use the unitary method where you have price in 2015 and price in 2016. And you know that if price in 2015 was 100, then the 5% increase 2016 price will be 1 over 5. And actual price is unknown and 2016 price is 21,000, right? So then you can cross multiply these to form the equation 1 of 5x equals to 21,000 into 100 into 100. So this will give you the same answer as this. So you can use either of the two methods. You will get the same answer. Question number 2, part A is simplify this expression. So I can convert this division sign into multiplication. So this will be 3a square multiplied over 3a square over 10bc and multiplied by the reciprocal of this 5b square into c over 9a. This 3 will cancel out with this. This 5 will cancel out. 5 times 1, 5 times 2 is 10. So this will become 2a square b square c over 3 twos are 6, 6 ABC, 6 ABC. This C will cancel out B square and B, so these powers will be subtracted. 2 minus 1 will be 1. So this B will cancel out and this will be just 2 power 1. Similar here, A power 2 divided by A will result in A power 2 minus 1. So this A will cancel out and this will be 1. So you will be left with, in fact, this 2 isn't here. This is incorrect because 3 times 1 and 5 times 1. So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 3 is 9, and 5 times 1 is 5, and 5 times 2 is 10. So there is no coefficient of these variables ABC. There's just 1 here. So this will be, I'm left with AB in the numerator, and in the denominator, I'm left with 6. So your answer will be AB over 6. Part C is h minus k over 5h minus 5k. So I can take 5 common in the denominator. So this will be 5 into h minus k. And these will just cancel out, leaving behind 1 over 5. So this will be 1 over 5. This is 9m square minus 4n square. So I can write these as, since 9 and 4 are perfect squares, I can write this as 3m square, which is 9m square. And then this 4n square can be written as 2n whole square. And then I can use the formula a square minus b square equals to a plus b into a minus b. So this will be 3m plus 2n multiplied by 3m minus 2n. So 3m plus 2n into 3m minus 2n. Part D is factorize this expression. So I can factorize by taking this common p minus 2, but here this is 2 minus p. So if I need to convert this into p minus 2, I will take minus outside and the signs for these will be interchanged. So q into p minus 2, if I take minus outside, plus and minus become again minus in 3 into, so I'll change the signs inside. So plus 2 will become minus 2 and minus p will become positive p. Now p minus 2 is common. I can take p minus 2 common here and then multiplied by q minus 3. So this will be p minus 2 into q minus 3. Oh, so there should be a bracket. Part E is find the two solutions of 5x minus 1 equals to plus minus 9. So there will be 5x minus 1 equals to plus 9 or 5x minus 1 equals to minus 9. So you can solve these two equations. This will become 5x equals to 8. Oh, sorry, this will be 10. 9 plus 1 will be 10. And x will be 2. And here 5x will be equals to minus 8 and x will be minus 8 over 5. So minus 8 over 5 or 2. Part 2 is the solutions of 5x minus 1 equals to plus minus 9 are also the solutions of this quadratic equations. So that means x equals to minus 8.8 over 5 and 8 over 5 or x equals to 2 are also the solutions of this quadratic equation. So this quadratic equation is equals to 0. So we know that we can write this quadratic equation using these solutions. I can write this as x plus 8 over 5 multiplied by x minus 2 equals to 0, because this quadratic equation comes down to this, and which gives me the same solutions that I have calculated in the previous part. Now I can expand these, like open the brackets, write it in this form, and then compare the two equations to find the value of b and c. So if I expand this, I will multiply this x with this. I will get x square minus 2x, and this will be uh, plus sorry, x square minus 2x and then plus 8 over 5x, 8 over 5x, and then minus this 8 over 5 multiplied by this minus 2 will give me minus 16 over 5 equals to 0. Now here I have 5x square, here I have x square, so I can simply multiply this equation with 5. So I will get 5x square, this will be minus 10x. These 5 will cancel out in the denominator, so I'll be left with plus 8x, and this 5 will also cancel with the 5 in the numerator that I'm multiplying, so this will be minus 16 equals to 0. So this will be 5x square minus 10 plus 8 will be minus 2x minus 16 equals to 0. Now I can compare it directly. 5x square, bx, so b will be minus 2 and minus 16 will be the value of c. Question number 3 is complete the table of values for this equation. So you're given some values. The missing value is when x equals to 5. So we can substitute x in this equation to find the value of y. So this will be 5 over 20. 5 over 20, and then x square, 5 square will be 25 minus 10. So this will be 5 ones are 5, 5 fours are 20. So this will be 1 over 4 multiplied by 25 minus 10 will be 15. So 15 divided by 4 will be 3.75. So this will be 3.75. Using a scale of 2 centimeter to 1 unit on both axes, draw the graph of the equation for values between 0 and 5. So you're given between values between 0 and 5. So this is 1 centimeter and this is 2 centimeters. So you're already given these marks. So this value on the x-axis will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And similarly on the y-axis, you have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this is -1. So that means each small box represents a value of, so there are 5, 5, 10 boxes. So this is 0 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each small box represents a value of 0 0.1. So your first point is 0, 0. So this will be this point at the origin. Next value is 1 and minus 0.45. 1 and minus 0.5 is this, so minus 0.45 will be in the middle of this box. 2 and minus 0.6, minus 0.6 will be here. 3 and minus 0.15. 3 and minus 0.1 is this, so let me erase this and write this a little bit here. So this is 3. So minus 0.15 will be in the middle here. 4 and 1.2, 4 and 1.1, 1.2, and then 5 and 3.75, 5 and 3.3, 3.5, 6, 7, and 3.75 will be here. So now I can draw this curve here. So this will be your curve for this equation. Part C is by drawing a tangent, estimate the gradient of the curve at point x equals to 2.5. So I will draw a straight line that will be tangent to this curve at this point x equals to 2.5. So I'll align my ruler such that the line almost just touches this curve at x equals to 2.5. So let's see. So yeah, I think this will be this line here will now just touch this curve at x equals to 2.5. So this ruler doesn't allow me to draw a line, so I'll just mark these 2 points and then draw a straight line between them. So you can just use your ruler to draw a straight line like this. So let's try to draw a straight line now from this point here and up till this point. So this will just touch the curve at x equals to 2.5 like this. All right, so now we can use 2 points on this curve to calculate the gradient. So this point here is x value is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and y value is -1. So y value is -1. And this point here is x value is 4.1, and the y value is 1.1. So y value will be 1.1. So now I can calculate the gradient, which will be y2 minus y1. So 1. Oh, in fact, this is 0.1. So y value here is 0.1. So this will be 0.1 minus -1 divided by x2 minus x1, 4.1 minus 1.3. So this will become plus. So 1.1 divided by 4.1 minus 1.3, 2.8. So 1.1 divided by 2.8 will give you 0.3928. So I will write it up till 3 significant figures because this is what the question paper states right at the start, that non-exact answers you have to write them up till 3 significant figures. I think you angles you have to write it up till 1 decimal place, but any other answers which are non-exact, you have to write up till 3 significant figures. So this will be 0.39 and then 3. So 0.393. So this will be your gradient of the curve at x equals to 2.5. Part D is use your graph to solve the equation x over 20 x squared minus 10 equals to 0 between x for 0 x is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 5. So you already drawn the equation of this line here, y equals to this. So you have the curve for y equals to x over 20 into x squared minus 10. So here the y value is 0 for this equation. So we will basically look for uh, the graph where it intersects the x-axis, where the y value is basically 0. So this is the first point where the graph intersects the x-axis. So this value is, the x value here is 0. So your first answer will be 0. So you're looking for find uh, x-intercept, x-axis intercept of the curve. So the first one is 0, and the second one is this point, which is, I can say, between, looks like 3.15. So this is 3.1, and then it's cutting the x-axis between 3.1 and 3.2. So you can write 3.15 as the other answer. So 3.15. The next part is the graph of y equals to x over 20 into x squared minus 10 together with the graph of a straight line L can be used to solve this equation x cubed plus 10x minus 80 equals to 0 for x between 0 and 5. Find the equation of the line L. So given that you can use this equation, which is y equals to x over 20 into x squared minus 10 and the equation of line L, which will be something like y equals to mx plus c, to solve this equation. So that means you're given two equations. I can use the substitution method to substitute the value of y. So let's substitute this y equals to mx plus c in this equation. So I will get something like mx plus c equals to x over 20 into x squared minus 10. So let me open this bracket. Mx plus c will equal x cube minus 10x divided by 20. And then if I bring this everything to one side, I'll be left with 0, and I will get to this equation after if I know the equation of line L. So if I knew the values of m and c here, and if I bring these value here and then simplify it, I will get to this equation and then equal to 0. So what we can do is we can start from this equation and then break it down into this form where I split this into the equation of curve and the equation of line L, and then see what we get for the equation of the line L. So let me show you what I mean here. So I have this equation x cubed plus 10x minus 80 equals to 0. Now I'm trying to get this equation into this form. That means I'm trying to separate this equation of this curve on one side. So what do I have in the equation of this curve? I have x cubed. So let's keep x cubed on one side and take the rest to the other. So I'll get 80 minus 10x. And then I have to subtract 10x. So I'm basically building up the equation of curve on one side. So on the other side, I will get the equation of the line. So x cubed minus 10x, that means x cubed minus 10x. And if I subtract 10x on this side, I will get minus 20x. And then I have to divide by 20. So x cubed minus 10x divided by 20. And this will be 80 minus 20x divided by 20. So now I have this equation of the curve on one side, and on the other side I will have the equation of the line. So if I divide by 20, I will get x cubed minus 10x over 20 as it is, and then 80 divided by 20 is 4, 20 divided by 20 is 1, so 4 minus x. So my m value is minus 1 and the c value is 4. So the equation of line L, which is this one, and will be this 4 minus x. So you basically use the substitution method to substitute the value of y, and see that this is the equation that you get. On one side you have line L, on the other side you have the equation of this curve. So you find you have the final equation that you get after using this substitution. So you use that final equation to basically go backwards to have the equation of curve on one side and the equation of the line on the other side. So this is how you can solve this. Part 2 is draw the graph of the line L on the grid. So my x values range from 0 to 4. So what I can do here is I can take x equals to 0 and 4, and then y is what? 4 minus x. Y equals to 4 minus x. So 4 minus 0 will be 0, and then 4 minus 4 will be 0. Oh, sorry, 4 minus 0 will be 4 here, and then 4 minus 4 will be 0. So your points are 0, 4, and 4, 0. So the line L will have these 2 points, 0, 4, and then this point, which is 4, 0. So I can draw this line now. So let's draw this. So this will be your line L. So let me label this line L. And then the last part is, hence solve the equation x cubed minus 10x minus 80 equals to 0. So you already know that the solution will be the intersection of the curve and the line, because here you have substituted y from this equation here. So here the line equation of line is equal to the equation of this curve that you have drawn. So when are these two equal? When they intersect each other, and this will give you the solution for this equation. So if you simplify this equation here, if you take this 4 minus x to the other side and simplify it, you will end up with this. So that's why the solution is the intersection of the curve and this line here. So let's see where they intersect. So the intersection point is this one, which is in the middle of the box. So this is 3.5 and this is 3.6. So this is in between the two. So this will be 3.55. So the solution x is 3.55. Question number 4, part A. In the framework, ABCD is a given, and then BD is 3, BDA is 27, BCD is 41 degrees. These are two right angle triangles with this 90-degree angle and this another 90-degree angle. Part A is find AD. So find this length AD. So if I consider this right angle triangle BAD, this triangle BAD, I'm given the hypotenuse and I'm given one angle. This is the perpendicular and this is the base. So base over hypotenuse is cosine theta. So cos of 27 degrees will be equals to base, which is AD, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 3. So AD will be simply cosine of 27. So cos of 27 multiplied by 3, which is, again, I'll have to write it up till 3 significant figures. So this will be 2.67. So this will be 2.67 meters. Part 2 is find CD. CD is this length here. So I know this angle and I know that this is a right angle triangle. So for triangle BCD, this will be the base, this will be the perpendicular, and this will be the hypotenuse. So I know the perpendicular, I need to find the hypotenuse. So I can use sine of 41 degrees equals to perpendicular over hypotenuse. So perpendicular is 3 and hypotenuse is the length CD, which is unknown. So CD will be 3 divided by sine of 41. So sine of 41 and then 3 divided by the answer sine of 41. So I will get 4.572. So I will have to write again in three significant figures. So this will be 4.57 meters. 4.57. Part B is in triangle PQR. PQ is 3, QR is 5. The area of triangle PQR is 6 meters square. Find the two possible values of PQR. So let me draw an arbitrary triangle PQR. So this is some triangle. In fact, let me draw it again so that it doesn't look like uh, an equilateral triangle. So some triangle like this. This is P, this is Q. PQ is 3 and QR is 5 and the area is 6 meter square. So you can use find the two possible values of PQR. So this angle is unknown. So I know the two sides, that the length of the two sides that make the angle. So using the formula for the area of PQR will be 1 by 2 into the length PQ into the length QR and the sine of the angle between them, which is sine of the angle between them is PQR. So area of PQR is 6 equals to 1 by 2 into 3 into 5 into sine of PQR. So this will give me sine of PQR equals to 5 threes are 15. So this will be 6 twos are 12 over 15. So PQR will be sine inverse of 12 over 15. So 12 divided by 15 and then sine inverse of 0 pointer. So now PQR is what? So 12 over 15 is a positive value. So if I take the sine inverse of this, I get an angle which is 53 degrees. So if this is this angle 53.1 degree is in the first quadrant. So PQR will be 53.1. And since we know that the sine of this PQR is positive, so where else do we have sine of an angle positive? In the second quadrant. So an angle here in the second quadrant, which will be, so this is also 53.1. So this angle here, which is 180 degrees minus 53.1, will also give me the same value, positive value for the sine of that angle. So PQR is 53.1 and PQR also equals to 180 minus 53.1, which is 180 minus 53.1, 126.9. So 126.9. So 53.1 degrees or 126.9 degrees. So if you take sine of 53.1, you will get the answer 12 over 15, which is 0.8. And if you take sine of 126.9, you will again get the same answer 12 over 15 or 0.8. So sine is sine of an angle which is in the first quadrant or in the second quadrant is positive. So the next question is, in the diagram, A and B are the centers of two circles that touch at P. The line ACT touches the small circle at T and intersects the large circle at C. D is the points on AB such that CDA, this angle here, is 90 degree. Complete the following to show that triangle ACD is similar to triangle ABT. So you're basically using the property, AAA property, which is the all three angles are same, so the triangles are similar. So in triangle ACD and triangle APT, angle DAC, so this is your angle DAC, is equal to the angle, so DAC is the angle, this one. So this is also equal to this angle TAB because they are the same angle. So this angle here is common in both triangles, ACD and ABT. So this will be angle TAB. TAB because they are the same angles. So, yep. So this is the same. And then angle CDA equals to which angle? So angle CDA is 90 degree. So this angle is also 90 degree because this is the radius and this is a tangent. So the angle between, you know the property that the angle between radius and tangent is 90. So this angle is ATB. ATB uh, angle. The reason is angle between radius and tangent. And the last angle, angle ACD will be equal to angle ABT because this is the only angle remaining in the two triangles. So this angle is common. These two are equal, so the remaining ones are the same. So the two angles in triangles are equal, and so the third angle, of course, will be equal as well. So angle ACD will be equal to angle ABT. ABT. Part B is given that the radii of the circles are 7 and 3 centimeters. So this radius AP will be 7 of the larger circle, and this here is 3 BP, which is the radius of the smaller circle. Calculate the length CD. So you need to calculate this length here in the smaller triangle. So you can use the property that the ratio of the sides of similar triangles are equal. So the corresponding side, so AC, the corresponding side will be AB, and here length CD will, the corresponding side in the other triangle will be BT, and then the length AD, the corresponding side will be AT. So you know the length AD, so AD and AT are corresponding sides. So you have length AD, and then this is the length AT. So let's see. Circles are 7 and 3. Calculate CD. So you have to calculate this side here. So if this is 3, this BT will be 3 as well, right? Because this is also the radius. All right, so CD is unknown. What is the corresponding side, which is BT? And the corresponding side of AB, okay, so this is also 7, this up till this point, because this is also the radius. So I can use AC, and I can also use AB, which is also known because this is 7 plus 3. So AC is this length. I'm taking this AC over the corresponding length in the other triangle is AC, and then AB. AB is what? 7 plus 3, 10. So this is also known. So this will be AB. Now I can substitute the values. CD is unknown. BT is 3. AC is 7. And AB is 10. So CD will be 7 over 10, which is 0.7 multiplied by 3, you will get 2.1 centimeters. So this is how you'll solve this question. You can, like, if you're given this triangles like this, ACD and ABT, the corresponding sides are AC and AB, then CD, the first two letters, the last two letters, and the first and the last, and the first and the last. So this is one way to like find corresponding sides of two similar triangles. Question number 6 is you're given two matrices. So part A is find A plus 2B. So A plus 2B will be 2, 0, 3, 1 plus 2B will be, I'll just simply multiply this 2 inside. So I will get 2, 2 times 2 is 4, minus 2, and 6. And then I'll add the corresponding numbers. So this first row, first column will add into this first row and first column. So 2 plus 2 is 4, 0 plus 4 is 4, 3 minus 2 is 1, and 1 plus 6 is 7. Part B is find AB. So AB will be multiplying each other. So 2031 multiplied by 1 minus 1, 2, and 3. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix. This is also a 2 by 2 matrix. So the columns of the first matrix are equal to the rows of the second matrix. So these can be multiplied, and if you cancel these, the columns of the second and the rows of the first, you are left with 2 by 2. So your answer will also be a 2 by 2 matrix. So to calculate this 2 by 2 matrix, I will take the first row multiplied by the first column will give you the value in the first row and first column. So whichever row and column you're multiplying, you will end up with the value in that row and column. So first row, first column will give you the value in the first row and first column of this answer. So this will be 2 times 1, which is 2 plus 0. This will be, the next value will be 2 times 2 is 4 plus 0, first row and second column. Then 3 times 1 is 3, and then minus 1. And this will be 3 times 2 is 6 plus 3. So this will be 2, 4, 2, 9. So 2, 4, 2, 9. Oh. Part C is A times this column vector equals to this. So let me substitute A here. So I will get 2, 3, 0, 1 times x 2 equals to 8, 2y. So here you have two rows, 2 by 2 matrix, two rows, two columns. Here you have two rows and one column. So if you again cancel the column of the first and the rows of the second, they are equal. So you are left with a 2 by 1 matrix. So that is correct. You have two rows and one column in this answer. So let's multiply this. First row multiply by first column will give me simply, so I'll continue here, which is 2x. And this will give me 3x plus 2. So 3x plus 2. And this is equals to 8 and 2y. Now I can compare the values in the matrix. So 2x equals to 8, x will be 4. Then 3x plus 2 equals to 2y. And I substitute the value of x here. I will get 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14 equals to 2y. And then this will give you y equals to 7. So y is 7 and x is 4. Part D is find B inverse. So B inverse will be the inverse of this matrix here. So first we need to find the determinant of B. So determinant of B will be equal to product of these two minus the product of these two. So 3 times 1 minus 2 times minus 1. So this will be 3 minus 2, minus and minus becomes positive. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So B inverse is 1 over determinant, 1 over 5, multiplied by the adjugate, where you simply swap these two values. So 1 and 3 will, this 1 and 3 will swap places. So this 3 will come here, 1 will come here, and you change the sign of the other two. So minus 1 becomes plus 1, 2 becomes minus 2. So if you want, you can multiply this inside. So you will get 3 over 5 minus 2 over 5, 1 over 5, and 1 over 5. So this will be your final answer. 3 by 5 minus 2 by 5, 1 by 5, 1 by 5. Question number 7 is x equals to a square plus b square under root. So part 1 is calculate x when a is minus 0.73 and b is 1.84. So x will be under root of minus 0.73 square plus 1.84 square. So we can calculate this quickly. So 0.73 square doesn't matter. The negative sign will be positive anyways. So I can just take 0.73 square as well plus 1.84 square and then whole square root of this answer. So you will again write it up till three significant figures. So this will be 1.98. Express B in terms of x and a. So you're given x equals to under root a square plus b square. So I can take square on both sides. So I will get x square equals to a square plus b square. And then I could take a square to the other side. So I can write this at b square equals to x square minus a square. And if I take the square root on both sides, I will get x square minus a square whole under root, and then plus minus outside, because the square root can be either positive or negative. So your answer will be plus minus under root square root of x square minus a square. Part B is ABCD and PQRS are rectangles. AD is x centimeters and PS is x plus 5 centimeters. Each rectangle has an area of 17 centimeters square. Write down an expression for PQ in terms of x. So PQ is the what we need to find in terms of x. We are given the other length and we know that the area is 17. So we can use the formula for the area of rectangle. Area of rectangle will be PQ multiplied by PS, length into width. So area is 17, PQ is unknown, that's what we need to find, into x plus 5. So PQ will be 17 over x plus 5 centimeters. Part 2 is AB is 3 centimeters. So this length AB is 3 centimeter longer than PQ. So AB, this length is 3 centimeter longer than this length PQ. Form an equation in X and show that it simplifies to this. So we have already calculated this length PQ is this, and we are given that AB is 3 centimeters longer. So this AB will be PQ plus 3, and PQ is this 17 over x plus 5 and then plus 3. And now, so we know AB, we know AD. We can use these two, lengths and width, to find the area of this rectangle, which is 17, and use that equation. So let's see. So AB is 17 over x plus 5 plus 3 into the other side of the rectangle, which is simply x, times x equals to the area, which is 17. If I take the LCM inside, I will get 17 into 17 plus 3 into x plus 5 whole over x plus 5 into x equals to 17. I'll continue here. So if I open this bracket, I will get 17 plus 3x plus 15 over x plus 5 equals to 17. And sorry, this is being multiplied by x as well, this one. So 17 plus 15 will be 32. So 3x plus 32 will be equal into x. So if I take this x plus 5 to the other side, it will be multiplied. So I will get 17x plus 17 times 5. 17 times 5 is 85. And if I open this bracket, I get 3x squared plus 32x equals to 17x plus 85. Now if I bring everything to the left side, I will get 3x squared plus 32x minus 17. So 32 minus 17, you'll get 16. Oh, in fact, I should get 15x. Oh, sorry, this is 33. So 32 minus 17 is 15. So 32 minus 17, I will get plus 15x. And then this minus, this positive 85 will become minus 85 equals to 0. So this is the same as this equation that we had to show. Part 3 is solve this equation, giving your solution correct to 3 significant figures. So we can use the quadratic formula here. So x equals to minus b, which is 15, plus minus square root of 15 square, which is b square, minus 4ac. A is 3 and c is 85, and then divided by 2 times a, which is 3. So this will give me x equals to minus 15 plus minus, and this will become 6. So let's calculate this. 15 square, and this will, oh sorry, this is minus 85 here. So this will become positive. So plus 4 into 3 into 85. So this is under root of 1245. And if you take the square root of this, you get 35.285. So if I continue here, I'll get x equals to minus 15 plus minus 35.285 divided by 6. So I'll do fifth. So this will be 35.285 minus 15, and then divided by 6. So you will get x equals to, correct to three significant figures, I'll get 3.38, or I will get x equals to, so 35.285 plus 15. So I get 50. So this is negative. So this was minus 15 plus 35.285. Now I'm doing minus 15 minus 35.285. So which is minus 50.285 divided by 6. So this divided by 6 will be 8.38. So this will give me negative 8.38. So your answer will be 3.38 or negative 8.38. Part 4 is find the perimeter of the rectangle PQRS. So perimeter of this rectangle PQRS. So one side is x plus 5, the other side is 17 over x plus 5. So since the length of the side of the rectangle cannot be negative, your correct value of x that you will use is this one. So perimeter, so first let's find the length PQ. PQ is what? PQ is 17 over x plus 5. So this will be 17 over x is 3.38 plus 5, which is 17 divided by 8.38. So this is 2.03, and the other length PS is x plus 5. PS is x plus 5, which is 3.38 plus 5, which is 8.38. So your perimeter will simply be 2 into length plus width, which is 8.38 plus 2.03. So let's calculate that. 8.38 plus 2.03, and then times 2. So this is 20.8, correct to three significant figures. I can write this 20.8 centimeters. Question number 8, part A. P and Q are points on the circumference of a circle, center O and radius r centimeter. The minor arc PQ is 20, and angle POQ is 48 degrees. Show that r equals to 23.9, correct to one decimal place. So you know the arc length, so you can use the formula for arc length, which will be arc length equals to theta over 360 into 2 pi r. So arc length you're given is 20, angle is 48 over 360 into 2 pi, radius is capital R. So your capital R will be 20 into 360 divided by 48 into 2 pi. So let's calculate this. This is 20 into 360 and divided by 48 into 2 pi. So this is 23.873. 3.873, and if you write it down to one decimal place, you will be rounding it up. This is 7, so 8 will be rounded up to 23.9 centimeters. So you've shown that R is 23.9. Part 2 is calculate the area of the minor sector POQ. So area will be again theta over 360 into pi r square, which is 48 over 360 into pi into r is now 23.9 squared. So let's calculate this. So this will be 48 divided by 360 into pi and then into 23.9 squared. So this is 239.26. So correct to three significant figures, this will be 239. The next part is the minor sector POQ is removed from the circle and the remaining major sector is shaped to form an open cone of radius small r centimeter. Calculate this small r. So if you look at this base of the cone, this circular base, this one, this is the circumference of this circular base. So this circumference is actually the this major arc length. So this arc length here, which is PQ. Because how do you form the cone? Once you have removed this minor sector, you join these two points P and Q and you lift from this center O. So this is will be your point O, which is lifted above, and you join these two to form the base. So this whole circular base has the same circumference as this sector, major sector PQ. So area, oh sorry, not the area, the perimeter of circular base of cone equals to the major arc length PQ. So the perimeter of the circular base of cone is what? 2 pi into this small r. And what is the arc length of this major sector PQ? It is 360 minus 48 degrees. So this angle here is 360 minus 48. This one here up till this point. So this is 360 minus 48, the angle of the major sector, divided by 360 into 2 pi. And this capital R is what we found in the first part here, which is 23.9. So R is the only unknown here. So this 2 pi and this 2 pi will cancel out. And 360 minus 48 is 312. So R will be 312 divided by 360 into 23.9 divided by 360 into 23.9. So this will be 20.7 in three significant figures. So this is 20.7 centimeters. Yeah, so this will be your final answer. Part B is cone A has radius 7.5 centimeter and height 4 centimeter. Calculate the curved surface area of cone A. So you're given that curved surface area is pi r L, where L is this slant height. So this height here is L. So if this height is 4, the height here at the center, the perpendicular height of this cone is also 4. So this is a right angled triangle, uh, and I can use the Pythagoras theorem to calculate L. So L square will be 4 square plus 7.5 square. So this will give me L equals to 4 square plus 7.5 square, and then whole square root. So L is 8.5 centimeters. So the curved surface area will then be curved surface area will equal pi r L, which is pi into r is 7.5, which is the radius, and the slant height L is 8.5. So this will be pi into 7.5 into 8.5. So this is 200.276. Again, three significant figures, it will be 200. 200 centimeters square. Part 2 is cone B is geometrically similar to this cone A. The ratio of curved surface area of cone A ratio curved surface area of cone B is 64:25. Find the height of cone B. So using the property that if two shapes are similar, the ratio of their areas, which is given here, is equal to the ratio of the square of their any corresponding sides. So since we need to find the height, so let's say of cone B, so curved surface area of A ratio curved surface area of B will be the ratio of their heights squared. So height of cone A divided by height of cone B and then squared. So this is the property of similar shapes. So what is the curved surface area of A over curved surface area of B? You're given this ratio, it is 64/25. And then height of cone A is what? 4. And height of cone B is unknown. So height of cone B, let's call it H2, the height of this cone B. And then whole squared. So if I take the square here, I'll get 64/25 equals to 16 over H2 squared. And then I can find the value of H2 if I take this to the other side. Let's continue here. So I'll get H2 squared equals to 16 into 25 divided by 64. And then H2 will be under root of this 16 into 25 divided by 64, which is equals to 16 into 25 divided by 64 and then square root. So this is 2.5. So the height of cone B is 2.5 centimeters. Question number 9 is ABCD is a level playing field. You're given lengths AB, BC, and CA. You're given two angles. This is 70 degree, this is 58. C is due south of B. So C is due south of B. That means that B is north of this. B is north of this C. Calculate the bearing of A from C. So calculate the bearing of this point A from C. So since this is the north, the bearing will be this angle here. So if I can find this angle inside the triangle, I can simply subtract this from 360 degrees to calculate this bearing. So if I look at this triangle ABC, I know three sides. This is 110, this is 65, this is 70. So I'm looking to find this angle. So since I know the three sides, I can use the cosine rule to find this angle. So that means using cosine rule, I can take cosine of this angle ACB, cos of ACB will be equal to the sum of squares of the two sides that make the angle. So 70 and 110. So this will be 70 square plus 110 square minus the opposite side of the angle, which is 65 minus 65 square, and divided by 2 into 70 into 110. So let's calculate this. 70 square plus 110 square minus 65 square. So this is 12,775 divided by 70 into 110 into 2, 15,400. So then angle ACB will be cos inverse of this. So let's calculate that. 12,775 divided by 15,400, and then you take the cosine inverse of this. So this is 33.94. I can write it till one decimal place, which will be 33.9. So this is 33.9 degrees, and then I can calculate this angle, which is the bearing of A from C. So bearing of A from C will be 360 minus 33.9. So this will be 360 minus 33.9, which is 326.1. So I can round it up to round it down to 326. So 326. So the bearing is 326 degrees. The next part is calculate AD. So AD is this length. So in this triangle, you know these two angles, and you also know this side, which is 110. So, and I also no, so I don't know this angle here. So I can calculate this angle first and then use the sine rule. So let's first calculate this angle ACD. So angle ACD will be 180 minus the sum of the other two, which is 70 plus 58. So 70 plus 58, and then 180 minus this. So you get 52. So ACD, this angle is 52 degrees. Now I can use the sine rule to find this length AD. So AD over sine of 52, which is the opposite angle of AD. And then I will use this side and the opposite angle, this one. So this will be 110 over sine of 70. So this will give me AD equals to 110 over sine of 70 multiplied by this sine of 52. Sine of 52. So this will give me, let's calculate this, 110 into sine of 52 divided by sine of 70. So this gives me 92.2 meters. So correct to three significant figures. So this will be your length here. Part C is there are two vertical trees AX and CY, each of height 17 meters, one at each end of the path AC. So this is a two-dimensional figure. So imagine there is a vertical tree which is vertical like this, standing straight up, and then there's another vertical tree at this point as well, and both have the same height, which is 17 meters. Calculate the angle of elevation of y from B. So this one is x, that is above A, and this one is y. So you have to find the angle of elevation from B, of angle of elevation of y from B. So let me draw this CYB triangle, CYB triangle from the side view. If you're looking from this side, I'll draw this side view to make it easier to visualize. So this is your point C, and then you have a tree vertically standing straight at point C, which is 17, and then there's a point B. And how far is B from C? B is 70 meters. So this is 70, and this will be the angle of elevation. So you're looking to find this angle, theta. So this is a right angle triangle because we know that the tree is vertical. So this will be 90 degrees. You know the perpendicular, you know the base. So you're looking to find this angle. So you can use tan of theta equals to perpendicular over base. Perpendicular is 17, base is 70. So theta will be, let's calculate it, 17 divided by 70, and then you take the tan inverse. So this is up till 1 decimal point. I will write 13.7. So the angle of elevation, this theta, is 13.7 degrees. The part 2 is a bird flies in a straight line from X to Y. It takes 24 seconds. Calculate the average speed of the bird, giving your answer in kilometers per hour. So that means if the bird flies from X to Y. So the bird basically flies from this X point, which is vertically above A, to this point Y, which is vertically above C. So it flies in a straight line. That means it will fly directly over this path. So the length of the distance from X to Y is 110 meters. And you're given that, so the distance is 110 meters. Time is 24 seconds. So you need the answer, the speed in kilometers per hour. So distance in 110 meters equals to 110 divided by 1,000. So you will get kilometers, and to convert the seconds into hours, so there are 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. So you will divide it by 3,600. So you will get hour. So the speed will be distance over time, which is 110 over 1,000, then divided by the time, which is 24 over 3,600. So if I bring this up, convert this division sign into multiplication, I will take the reciprocal. So this will be 110 over 1,000 into 3,600 over 24. So this will be 110 into 3,600 divided by 24,000. So this is 16.5 kilometers per hour, which is the speed of the bird. So the next question is ACB and OCD are straight lines. So ACB and OCD are straight lines. AC ratio CB is 1:2. So if this is 1, this is 2, and the full length is 3 parts. So this is divided into 1 part is this and 2 parts is this. OA is 3A and OB is 6B. Part 1 is express AB in terms of A and B. So AB is this vector, AB. So using the head to tail rule, I can write AB as AO plus OB. So AB can be written as AO plus OB. And AO is minus 3a because OA is 3a. So in the opposite direction, this will be minus 3a plus OB is 6b. So your answer will be, you can write it 6b minus 3a. Second part is express AC in terms of A and B. So AC is this vector and AC over AB is 1 over 3. So this is one part and this whole length will be three parts. So it's divided into two parts, this CB and one part AC. So if I can find AB, which is pretty simple, I've already calculated this, then I can write AC over AB. So this is AC and AB vectors. So this ratio is what? AC is 1 and AB is what? 3. So this gives me AC equals to 1 over 3 AB, which will be 1 over 3 multiplied by this 6B minus 3A, which is 2B minus A. So this will be 2B minus A. Part 3 is BD is given, which is 5A minus B. So this vector BD is 5A minus B. Show you're working clearly to find OC ratio CD. So OC is this vector and CD is this vector. So you have to find the ratio OC ratio CD. So I can find OC first. So OC is pretty simple. OC will be this vector OA plus this vector AC. AC I have calculated in the previous part. So OC will be OA plus AC. OA is 3A plus this AC, which is 2B minus A. So this will be 2A plus 2B. And then I have to calculate this vector CD to find this ratio, OC ratio CD. So CD, let's see, CD can be written as this vector CB plus this vector BD. So using the head to tail rule again, CD will be vector CB plus vector BD. So we are given BD is this. So what is CB? CB is 2 by 3 of this full vector AB. So this part is 2 over 3. So this full part, if this full part AB vector is 3, then CB is 2 over 3, similar to how we calculated AC, which is 1 over 3. So we can write CB as 2 by 3 AB plus BD. So let's substitute the values. 2 by 3 AB is what? 6B minus 3A plus BD is what? 5A minus B. 5A minus B. So if I open this bracket, I can cancel this 3. 3 times 2 will be 6 and 3 times 1 is 3. So this will be 2 times 2 is 4B minus 2A. Sorry, this is 2 2s are 4 and 2 1s are 2A plus 5A minus B. And then 5A minus 2A will be 3A plus 4B minus B will be 3B. So now you know OC as well as CD. So OC ratio CD. OC is what? 2A plus 2B. 2A plus 2B. Ratio CD is what? 3A plus 3B. 3A plus 3B. So I can take 2 common here, I'll be left with A plus B, and I'll take 3 common here, I'll be left with A plus B here. So this A plus B and A plus B cancel out, so you get the ratio 2 ratio 3. So OC ratio CD is 2 ratio 3. Part B is you're given triangles A and B. First part is describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. So if you see this triangle A, this is not a translation because in translation the orientation remains the same. You can clearly see that the orientation of the triangle has changed. So can it be rotation? So if I rotate A like this, it will end up something looking like something like this, right? this will be towards the left. So this cannot be a rotation. So even if I rotate it like this, it should look like, so if I bring this side up, it will look like this. So this is actually the mirror image of this. The orientation is flipped. This slanting height is towards the right here, but here it's on the left side. So that means it is a reflection. So for reflection, we need to find the line of reflection as well. So you can easily find the line of reflection by connecting the corresponding object and the image. So if I take this point, it is mapped onto this point. So how do you find the line of reflection? You connect the 2 points with a straight line like this, and the midpoint lies on the line of reflection. So this point, which is 1 minus 1, lies on the line of reflection. Similarly, you can join any other 2 points. So let's join these. This point is mapped onto this point. So if I join them with a straight line like this and see which is the midpoint, so this is how you will join them. So now the midpoint is this. You can also find the midpoint using the formula. So if this is 5 0, so this point is 5 0 and this point is 0 5, 0 minus 5. So the midpoint will be, mid will be the x coordinates, add them and divide by 2. So 5 plus 0 divided by 2 will be 5 by 2, and add the y coordinates and divide by 2, you'll get minus 5 by 2. So this is, midpoint is 2.5 and then minus 2.5. So this point here is 2.5 minus 2.5. This is 1 minus 1. So this is the line of reflection. So this, I'll try to draw a straight line like this, which passes through these 2 points. So which is this line? This is actually y equals to minus x. So this single transformation is a reflection in y equals to minus x. So this is how you find the line of reflection. You either find the midpoints using the coordinates or join the corresponding points and see the midpoint on the line. The midpoints are always on the line of reflection. So you just need 2 points on the line of reflection to actually find the equation of the line of reflection. Part 2 is triangle A is mapped onto triangle C by a shear H in which y-axis is invariant and H of 2 1 results in 2 3. So the point which is 2 1, after the shear it will move to point 2 3. So if this is the point 2 1, it will move on to 2 3, which is this point. So we know that the shear factor of a shear is what? Distance moved by the point, distance moved divided by distance from invariant line. So how much distance does this point move? 2 1 moved to 2 3, so it moved a distance of 2. And what is the distance of this point from the invariant line, which is the y-axis? So the distance here is, so this distance is also 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So your shear factor is 1. So you can actually write this. The next part asks you for the shear factor. So this is 1. So now using this shear factor, we can actually calculate where the rest of the points end up at. So you're already given that this point 2 1 will move to 2 3. So you can mark this. So this point is 2 0. So again, this is 2 0. Let's see how much distance it will move. So I know the shear factor. So distance moved will be the shear factor, which is 1 multiplied by distance from invariant line. So what is the distance of this point? This is also a distance of 2 from the invariant line. So this will move, 1 times 2 is 2. So this will also move 2 points in the vertical y direction. So if this is here 1 2, so this point will move from this point to this point in the image. So now you have the 2 vertices. Let's find out the third one, which is this. Where will this move? So again, distance moved will be shear factor multiplied by the distance from invariant line. So this point is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The distance is 5. So this will be 5. So this will move 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will end up here. So your triangle will look like this. So you can use a ruler to draw a straight line. I'll just draw this by hand. So this is the point, and this is a straight line, and then this, and then I'll join it like this. So this will be your triangle C after the shear. And you have already calculated the shear factor, which is 1. Part C is find the matrix that represents this shear H. So to find the matrix, you know the technique. You take 2 points. So first point is point A, which is 1, 0. And the second point is point B, which is the coordinates are 0 and 1. So now you see where these points will move after the after you apply the transformation. So in this case, you are applying a shear, which is shear factor is 1, and invariant line is the y-axis, right? So the distance moved for this point A. Where will this point move after the shear? It will move 1, which is the shear factor, multiplied by the distance from the invariant line. So the distance from the invariant line of this point A is 1. So 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. So this point will move a distance of 1 in this direction. So A dash will be what? 1 and 1 on the y-axis, right? So your first column is simply 1, 1. And now you look at the other point, B. So B lies on the invariant line, and we know that points on the invariant line do not move. So B equals to B dash, which is also 0 and 1. So B will not move anywhere. So that means the image of B, B dash, the coordinates are 0, 1. So you write the second column, which is the column vector for B dash. So that's how you find the transformation matrix for any transformation. You can simply take 2 points, 1, 0 and 0, 1, and apply the transformation. So the matrix that represents H is 1, 0, and 1, 1 in the second row. Question 11 is 600 candidates took a mathematics examination which consisted of 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Each paper was marked out of 100. The diagram shows on the same grid the cumulative frequency curves for paper 1 and paper 2. So the first part is use the cumulative frequency curve for paper 1 to find an estimate of the median. So median will be the value at what? 50%. 50% of what? 600, since there are a total of 600 students. Well, median will be the value at 50% of 600, which is equals to 300. So this is the cumulative frequency value. So median will be the value at 50% of 600, cumulative frequency 300. So let's see what's the value at 300. So if you draw this line here, it will intersect the curve at this point, and this is the max value at this is 40. So this is 40. The next part is you have to find the interquartile range. So interquartile range, interquartile range is simply upper quartile minus the lower quartile. Upper quartile minus lower quartile. So upper quartile is value when cumulative frequency, so I'm writing cumulative frequency as CF, when cumulative frequency is 75% of 600. So let's calculate what is 0.75 of 600. which is 450. So let's see what's the value at when cumulative frequency is 450. So 450 is this line. So this is at this point. And you will draw the line. So you can use a ruler to draw this straight line and see what is the x value. So the x value here is, this is 40, 50. So each small box is 2. So this is 52. So upper quartile is 52 minus lower quartile is what? Tile equals to marks at 25% of cumulative frequency. So 25% of 600 equals to what? 0.25 into 600 is 150. 150. So you can see the graph at 150 is this. So it will intersect here in the middle. So it's in the middle of this small block. So this is 20, 22, 24, 26, and 27. So this is 27. So 52 minus 27. Minus 27 is 25. So your interquartile range is 25. Part C is the number of candidates who scored more than 45. So scoring more than 45 means 45 is where? 42, 44. So this is 45 in the middle of this small block, and we will see where the curve, cumulative frequency curve, intersects this x value of 45. It's almost here. So it's this point, which is this one. So this is 300, 310, 20, 30, 40, 50, 360. So this is the number of students who score at most 45 marks. So 360 students score 45 or less, but we have to calculate students who score more than 45. So that will be students who score more than 45 will be 600, which is the total number of students, minus the number of students who score 45 or less. So that number is 360. So this is 360. So let's see, 600 minus 360. And this is 240. So 240 students score more than 45 marks. So 240. Part 2 is a candidate scored 60 on paper 1. Use both graphs to estimate this candidate's mark on paper 2. So 60 in paper 1. So let's see what is the cumulative frequency value when the marks value is 60. So 60 is this line. So this is 60. And the x value is in the middle here. So this in the middle. Sorry, the y value is this. And then you have to extend this line and see where it intersects the curve of paper 2, and then see what are the marks. So it intersects here in the middle. So this is, let's see what is the x value here. So this line I think is 80 right here. Oops. So this is 80, this value. So if someone scored 60 on paper 1, the estimate for their score in paper 2 is 80. So this value here will be 80. Part 3, state with the reason which you think is a more difficult paper. So a good way to see this will be to compare the median values, which is not exactly the average. Average is mean, but median value also gives you the estimate for the middle value. So we already calculated that the median for paper 1 is what, 40, which is this value here at 300. And if we extend this line to the second curve here, so let me actually do this in another color, yellow maybe. So if you extend this line and see, this is the point of intersection for the curve of paper 2. So this will give you the median score for paper 2, which is 50 to 54. So 40 and 54. So median score for paper 1 equals to 40, and median score for paper 2 is 54. So that means paper 1 is more difficult because the mid score for paper 1 is lower. So on average, students scored lower on paper 1 compared to paper 2. So paper which you think is more difficult? Paper 1, because median score for paper 1 is lower than paper 2. Part B is Amira has three $1 coins and two 20-cent coins in her purse. She picks out coins at random, one after the other. The coins are not replaced. That means if she picks one, she doesn't put it back before picking the second one. The tree diagram shows the possible outcomes and their probabilities when picking out two coins. Find X. So when she's picking the first coin, she has three $1 coins. So let me write them here. $1, $1, $1, and then two 20-cent coins. So two 20-cent coins, right? So now she's picking the first one. What is the probability she'll pick the $1 coin? 3 out of 5, 3 over 5, because you have three $1 coins and a total of 5 coins. And picking the first coin, what is the probability you will get a 20-cent? It is 2 out of 5 because you have two 20-cent coins and total of 5. Now the X is the value, the probability for picking a $1 coin in the second attempt when you have already picked a $1 coin in the first attempt. So after the first attempt, you've already picked up this $1 coin, one of these. So I can cancel out any of these. So this is already taken. Now what is the probability of picking the $1 coin? Now you have two $1 coins, 2 over, how many total coins are left? 4. So 2 over 4, or you can simplify it to 1 over 2. So this will be 1 over 2. Part 2 is find the probability that the total value of the two coins picked is 40 cents. So the probability of uh, the total value being 40 cents is when you pick 20 cents in the first try. So 20 cents, and then you pick 20 cents in the second try as well. So which is that probability? It is this probability. You pick the first coin, you get 20 cents. Then you pick the second coin and you also get 20 cents. Then you have 20 plus 20, 40 cents. So what is the probability? Your first coin is 20 cents. It's 2 by 5. And so you multiply. What is the probability? Your second coin is also 20 cents, 1 over 4. So you get 2 by 20. 2 over 20. If you want, you can write it as 1 over 10 as well. Part 3 is find the probability that the total value of the two coins picked out is $1.20. So how can you get $1.20? So that means probability of uh, $1.20 equals to probability that you pick $1 and then you pick 20 cents. So that will be $1.20. But you can also get $1.20 if you get 20 cents on the first try and $1 on the second try. So probability of getting $1.20 or probability of getting 20 cents and $1. So you'll add these two probabilities. So what is the probability that you get $1 and then 20 cents? So let me erase this previous one. So the probability that you get $1 and then 20 cents. So this is $1 and then you get 20 cents. So this is 3 over 5 multiplied by 2 over 4 plus probability of 20 cents and then $1. This is 2 over 5 multiplied by 3 over 4. So this will be 6 over 20 plus 6 over 20, which is 12 over 20. So this is the probability that the value of two coins picked is $1.20. Part 4 is at a car park, the charge is $1.40. Amira picks out three coins, one after the other. Find the probability that the total value of the three coins is $1.40. So you're looking for probability that you get $1.40 in value after you pick three coins. So how can you get $1.40? So you have three $1 coins, $1, $1, $1, and two 20-cent coins. So now you're picking three coins out of this to give at this car park. So you can get $1.40 if you get $1, pick $1 and you pick 20 cents and you pick another 20 cents. So this is one way of getting $1.40. What are the other ones? They will be basically all the possible combinations of these three values. So you can also get $1.40 if you pick 20 cents first, then you pick $1, and then you pick uh, 20 cents. Plus, you can also get $1.40 if you pick 20 cents first, and then your second coin also 20 cents, and the third coin you pick is $1. So these are all the possible ways that you can pick three coins and you will end up with a value of $1.40. So let's calculate this probability first. Probability that you get $1 as the first coin, 20 cents at the second coin, and 20 cents as the third coin. So this will be, so we move this away a little bit. So let's assume you have these three and you pick up your first coin. So what is the probability that your first coin is $1? So you pick out of these three, you're picking and you're seeing what is the probability of getting $1. It's what? 3 by 5. You have three $1 coins and two 20-cent coins. So this will be 3 over 5, picking this $1 and then 20 cents. So you multiply. Now you picked one of these $1 coins. You can cancel out any one. So now you're picking second coin. So now you're left with what? $1, $1, 20 cent, 20 cent. Now you're picking your second coin. What is the probability? It's 20 cents. So this is what? 2 over 4. You have two 20-cent coins and total of 4 coins. So picking a 20-cent coin on the second try is, 2 over 4. Then the third attempt, third coin that you pick is also 20 cents. What is the probability of that? So third coin. So now in the second coin you picked was 20 cents. So you can remove any of these. So let's assume you pick this one. So now you're left with $1, $1, and 20 cent. Now you're picking the third coin. What is the probability that it's a 20-cent coin? It's 1 over 3. You have one 20-cent coin and a total of 3 coins. So this is 1 over 3. So this is your first probability, this one. Plus, now you have to calculate this one. So let's do the same again. So I'll just erase these. So you're starting again with three $1 coins and two 20-cent coins. Now your first one is 20 cent. What is the probability of picking 20 cent from these five coins? It is 2 over 5. So you pick 20 cent, anyone you can cancel out. So in the second attempt, you have these coins available. Now you're picking $1, which is 3 over 3 over 4. Three $1 coins and total of 4. So this will be 3 over 4. So you picked one of these $1. Now you're left with two $1 and one 20 cent. And in the third attempt, you are picking 20-cent coin. So this is 20 cents. So now picking of probability of getting a 20-cent coin is 1 over 3. One 20-cent coin and total of 3 coins. So 1 over 3. So this is this probability. Now let's calculate this third one plus. So let me just erase these. So now you're again starting from the beginning. You have two 20-cent coins and three $1 coin. What is the probability you get 20 cent in the first try? It is 2 over 5. So you pick 20 cent, you can cancel out any of the 20-cent coins, and then you're left with this. What is the probability that you get 20 cent in the second as the second coin? It is 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. So 1 over 4. And so you're picking 20, 20, and then $1, right? So you picked. So this will you're left with $1, $1, and $1. So now what is the probability of getting $1 coin in the third try? You have all $1 coins, so this will be 3 over 3, which is also 1, because it's actually true that in the third try you will get a $1 coin with probability 1 because you're only left with $1 coins. So now you can calculate this. This will give you the probability that the value of 3 coins is $1.40. So this is 6 over 5 fours are 20, 60, plus this is also 6 over 60, plus this is also 6 over 60. So this will be 18 over 60. So this is the probability that the total value of 3 coins, if you pick them at random, the total value is $1, $1.40. So this is the end of paper 2, variant 2 for October, November 2016.